Today, I will walk you through the process I went through to develop the new curriculum for my new position at Norwalk Community School District. I will cover the current reality, design efforts, curriculum goals for the future, my rationale and perspectives behind my choices, and a roadmap for where we are headed. 8th grade students moving to 9th grade are struggling. They are not reading or writing proficiently at the high school level. They are not finding success in the classroom because of their areas of deficit or need. Therefore, Norwalk realized they need a new curriculum, which will focus on reading and writing to support these learners. They also realized they would need a new position for this, so they developed an English resource curriculum specialist. This person would develop the course, teach it, and tweak it based on the data gathered in class each day. I was excited to take on this new challenge in my career, but I really had to think about what I knew of these students, and considering the district is brand new, I had never had these students or met them. Therefore, I had to dig up some information on the goals of the district and work with the curriculum director, dean of students, and principal to discuss what they really needed for these students. Then I went through their Ames Web scores, Iowa assessment scores, and focused on the skill areas, which were weak. I started with the Common Core standards, which the district requires. Then I developed I can statements. I wanted to frame the standards in a way that really focused on the things students needed to do to become successful readers and writers. I then created some essential questions which probe deeper than just the surface of the standards. Next, I created the assessments. I wanted to know where the students were going and how they would show they truly grasped a concept. I wanted a creative and a writing component. The formative assessments revolve around reading progress monitoring and writing development, whereas the summative assessments include a final writing piece, different forms of writing, and a creative element. The creative element allows the students to represent the transfer of their knowledge or their learning. I wanted it to include social media, global networking, and technology-infused creation. The curriculum needed to focus heavily on reading and writing strategies and interventions, but it also needs to build the students up. The self-esteem of a child is vital to his or her success, and being a non-proficient reader has a way of making a student feel inferior and can impact the child behaviorally, emotionally, socially, and academically. Therefore, I wanted to really help the student see why he or she matters in the world, to celebrate who they are as individuals, and to embrace one another across cultures, the world, and to truly learn what it means to love others for their differences. Then they can begin to focus on embracing who they were created to be. Most reading and writing programs pull from only old dead white guys. As an English teacher, I love those old dead white guys, but I also know that the students in today's world are already immersed in great literature everywhere, from social media platforms to blogs. So instead of focusing on a specific author or a book like most curriculums I've seen in the past, instead I shaped the program around creating connections to the world, enhanced by technology students already enjoy and utilize. I wanted to pull from resources that speak to the students' hearts, souls, and minds. I want them to connect to each other, to their world, and to formulate opinions and thoughts about what they read and write. I want them to be able to express themselves creatively in a way that makes sense to them. So I knew it had to be a different approach from the start. Even the environment will be different. I've already gotten it approved to incorporate cafe furniture into my room. I want it to be a comfortable and safe place to share, learn, and discuss thoughts and ideas. So there will be couches, bistro tables, reading chairs, throw pillows, and rugs. The desks will be gone, and lamps will light the room instead of the fluorescent lights. This is just part of the environment for learning and is meant to embrace the entire child, not just his or her mind. My hope is that this curriculum comes alive. This means it will grow, evolve, and take shape as students breathe life into it. I also want the students to embrace who they are, to know where their weaknesses are and how their strengths can help them overcome adversity. I want them to learn about where they have come from and rely on God to take them to where they are supposed to go. Finally, I want students to be connected, not only to one another, but to reach outside of their comfort zone and see things from different perspectives across the world. I want them to grow into a community of learners, leaders, and believers all across the world. My goal as an educator is to be the light for Jesus in a dark world. Through my faith, love, and patience, I want to help students flourish in every aspect of their lives, not just in the English classroom.